Hello and welcome to our incredibly short video for today's notes. It is on paying for electricity or the cost of electricity, and it's the same as GCSE. So if you can vaguely remember this for GCSE, that will be helpful, but obviously I'm going to treat it as if you can't remember anything, and I'll just talk you through it. So it uses the equation power is energy divided by time, or energy is power times time, but rather than looking at joules, watts and seconds, when you're talking about paying for electricity in your houses, we're going to use different units because joules, watts and seconds are basically too small. We don't want to be doing sums with millions and billions. It's much easier to do sums in, 1 to 100. So that's why we use much bigger units. So at somewhere in your house, in your flat, there will be this thing on that right-hand side, which is called an electricity meter. And it basically measures the amount of energy that your house or home is using. So it measures it in something called kilowatt hours. So it's still a unit of energy, just like joules is, but kilowatt hours. 1 kilowatt hour is a unit of energy defined as the energy transferred by a device with a power of 1 kilowatt operating for a time of 1 hour. It is equivalent to 3.6 megajoules, or 3.6 million joules. So that's what I meant, if we were dealing in joules, we'd be looking at millions, and no one wants to do that. So you've probably got the hint by now by looking at that definition, but instead of using watts for power, we're going to be using kilowatts, and we're going to be measuring all time in hours. So here's our basic equation, but with our new units. Energy is power times time, kilowatt hours equals kilowatt times hours, in terms of the units. Just a quick note, I don't write this for A level, but I will mention it. If you are given a cost of a kilowatt hour, let's say each kilowatt hour costs 7p, you might be given a total cost and then asked to work out more from it. So yeah, just be aware that if you have 7p per kilowatt hour and you are given, 70p worth of kilowatts, how many kilowatts is that? Clearly 10. So yes, apologies I was getting all those emails. Right, told you it's very nice and short. There is a worksheet and we've got some questions to do, but I'll see you on Zoom later.